Hi, are you thinking about studying at RCSI's Institute of Leadership? This video will cover the main aspects of the application process. Every year, RCSI welcomes hundreds of new students from around the world on a variety of different courses. Applying to study with us is easy. First, you need to choose your preferred program. We offer 3 distinct master's programs in healthcare management, in leadership, and in quality and safety in healthcare management. We also run professional diplomas in clinical leadership, human resources and performance management, as well as quality and value improvement. You can find detailed information on each of our programs on our website. So, now that you've made your choice, next you need to know is how to apply. To apply for any program at the Institute of Leadership, you will need to complete an online application. You can find the link to the application on the relevant program page of our website. To complete your application, you will need copies of the following documentation. A copy of your transcript. This is the official document that you received from your university, detailing the course, modules completed, and grades received during your undergraduate degree, or, if applicable, postgraduate degrees. An up-to-date CV. This should include all relevant or healthcare-related employment that you have undertaken, as well as your most recent employment details. You also need to upload a photograph. This should be similar to a passport photo, taken on a blank background and clearly show your head and shoulders. A copy of your passport or driver's license is also required. The name on this document should match the name on your application. Applications are considered from healthcare professionals who do not have an undergraduate degree. If this is the case for you, you will also need to upload an application for recognition of prior learning, also known as RPL. Further details are available online, but if you have any specific questions, please let us know. So, when should you apply to study with us? We have applications open all year round, but our busiest period is over the summer months, in the lead up to our autumn start dates. If you want to apply for one of our master's programs commencing in September, applications are accepted throughout the summer. Places are allocated on a first-come, first-served basis to those who meet the entry criteria and are deemed suitable for the program. So it's definitely beneficial to get your application in early to avoid disappointment. As there are a number of steps in the application process, it can take 2 to 4 weeks for an applicant to be registered on the program. We recommend that you allow yourself plenty of time to gather your paperwork and get it submitted a few weeks before orientation. For our professional diplomas, we have 2 intakes per year, one in autumn and one in spring. So now you know what you need and you have the relevant documentation ready, and it's the right time to apply for your preferred course. Let's have a look at the online application and see what's involved. We will begin our application journey on our website, where you can find the course page for your preferred program. Today we will apply for the MSc in Leadership in Ireland. Here you will find course details, entry requirements, information on fees and funding, and most importantly, the application section. I will click Apply Now to start our application. This will bring us to the application page. To begin, you will need to create a new account by clicking on the grey button at the bottom of the page. Here, you will be asked for your first name, surname, and email address. Once completed, this will bring you to the application form for the MSc in Leadership. On the right-hand side, you will see your progress throughout the application, starting with the name of the course start date, and a list of each step in the application. The step that is shaded is the step you are currently at. At the top of the page, you will see a brief explanation of what we are looking for in the section below. In the first step, your details, please complete your name and information as per your passport or driver's license. Please note, the PPS number is for Irish tax residents only. Overseas students should put 1234567T. Before you proceed, please read through the terms and conditions by clicking on the link and tick the box to accept. Once this is done, you can click Next to proceed. You will then be asked to create a username and password for your Apply Online account. Then set a security reminder question. This part is important as you will need to log back into your account later on in the application process, so please keep these details secure. You then have 2 options on what to do next. By clicking Next, you will proceed to the next part of the application. You can also click Previous. to return to the previous page if you want to make amendments. In this part of your application, you'll be asked two questions. What is your nationality and your domicile? Your nationality should be the same as the one on the passport on which you are basing your application. Your domicile is your country of residence. For example, if you are originally from the UK but have been resident in Ireland for 3 out of the last 5 years, then Ireland will be your country of residence. At the bottom of the page, you will now see three options. Next, to proceed with your application. Previous, to return to the previous page and make amendments. Now you will also have a third option, save and exit. If you want to come back to your application at a later time, this will allow you to save your progress and access your application at a later date if necessary by using your new username and password. Once you save and exit, you will receive an email with a link to the application to allow you to log back in. In the next step, you'll be asked for your address. You can submit up to 3 addresses. They can all be the same, whichever is appropriate for your situation. Your home address should be the place you consider to be your main home, where you spend most of your time. If you are moving to Dublin for the course and will be living in temporary accommodation, you can provide this address as your term address. The mailing address should be where you want any post to be sent. This could include invoices or registration letters. After this, you will be asked for information about your education. You only need to include third level education. This is to show that you've reached the general entry requirements. Enter the name of the institution and the address, then choose the start and end years you attended and press Add. Following this, type in the institution name again, the qualification you received from this institution, your result, and the year it was awarded, and press Add. If you have been awarded multiple degrees, you can add them one by clicking Add New. Once you've finished, click Next to proceed. In this section, you will be asked if you have studied at RCSI before. If so, enter your previous student number and course name. If you can't remember your student number, don't worry. We can request this information from our registry office. If you were a student before, we will merge your new account and old student record and make arrangements for you to keep your previous student number and network account. If you haven't studied here before, you can click No to the first question and then click Next to proceed. The next part is our employment section. You are asked about your current or most recent employment. This section is used for reviewing your application to see if your professional background is in line with the program you are applying for. You will be asked for your start date. If you don't know the exact date, the month and year will be sufficient. Next, choose your occupation from the list of healthcare professions. If your occupation isn't on the list, you can type it in. Following this, you can include a brief overview of your role, your responsibilities, and general duties. Once you are ready, press Next to continue. As you can imagine, it is important for us to know about how you are planning to fund your studies so that the Student Visa Office can send your invoice to the right place and avoid delays to your registration. There are a few options to choose from on the list, but if your funding hasn't been confirmed or you are not sure, you can choose the most likely option and then confirm or change this information at a later stage. As you can see, there are 4 options. Self-funded is for people who are paying all tuition fees themselves. Sponsored is for people whose employer or other professional body is paying their fees on their behalf, or for people who have a scholarship from outside RCSI. You will be expected to upload a sponsorship letter later in the application process, and invoices will be sent to the sponsor. Some students have funding, but it doesn't include all of their fees. In this scenario, you should choose split funding. You will later be asked to upload the sponsorship letter to facilitate invoicing. Both you and your sponsor will receive an invoice. RCSI Scholarship or RCSI 30% Club is for people who have been awarded a scholarship from RCSI and have received an offer by email already. If your funding is none of the above, you can choose Other and provide further information at the Accept Offer stage. If you work in the RCSI's hospital group, we would greatly appreciate if you could tick the box and choose which hospital you currently work in. When you are ready, click Next to proceed. RPL, or Recognition of Prior Learning, is an entry method for interested applicants who have extensive professional experience and knowledge, but have not yet completed a third-level degree to date. If you have a degree, you can click No and proceed to the rest of the application. If you do not have a degree, you will be expected to demonstrate relevant professional background and experience and to outline workplace training and learnings, both certificated and informal, so that staff can gain insight into your ability to undertake the program. Later in the application, you will be asked to upload documentation related to your RPL application. Learning Access and Facilitation Services is a service offered by our Student Services Department to assist students with disabilities, learning, or health difficulties throughout their studies. If you are in need of assistance, we will put you in touch with LAFS so that your needs can be facilitated from the start. If you don't have any requirements, you can click No and proceed to the next part of the application. If you do have specific requirements, please tick Yes and outline these requirements in the text box below. In this section, we would like to know briefly how you first heard about us. Were we recommended by a friend or colleague? Maybe you were looking for a course and Googled it. Perhaps you had heard of RCSI and looked us up online. Only you can tell us how you found out about the course. In the photo upload section, you can choose a recent photo from your computer to upload. The photo should be of your face and shoulders, with a plain background. Do not cover your eyes and ensure there is no glare from the lens on your glasses. To upload your image, click on the Choose File. A window will open that will allow you to browse your device for your picture. Click on the file and then choose Open. And back on the application page, when the image appears, click Upload. Once you are ready, click Next to proceed. Next is the Document Upload section. Here you are asked to upload a number of documents: your transcript, a copy of the picture page of your passport or driver's license, a recent CV, and for RPL applicants, a copy of your RPL application. If you are sponsored by your employer or a professional body, you can also upload your sponsorship letter here too. Similar to uploading a photograph, click on Choose File. A window will open that will allow you to search the device for your documents. Once you've found the document, click on it, press Open, give the document a name, and press Upload. You will need to do this for each document one by one. Once you are ready, click Next to continue. As part of the application, there is a fee to be paid by credit or debit card. This is €100. Click on the Terms and Conditions and press Next. You will then be brought to a secure payment page and asked for your credit card details. You can submit these details and press Pay Now. Once payment has been made, you can review your full application. If necessary, click Previous to go back and make changes before submitting. You'll find the Previous button at the bottom of the page. If you are happy with your application, tick the box and press Submit. Et voila, your application has been submitted. You can sit back and wait to hear from us. Hopefully, you'll be sent an offer soon, but you may be contacted by a member of our team for further information if anything is missing. Best of luck, and we hope to see you soon. Don't forget, if you have any questions about this process, don't hesitate to contact us at leadership@rcsi.ie.